Hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here of Plan with Elise, and today we are planning in my big happy planner for the week of January 29th through February 4th. I don't know about you, but we are at the point of winter where I am desperate for some sunshine. I'm desperate for spring to come out, and we're not there yet. So we're going to have some sunshine in my planner. This is going to be a spread inspired by one of my favorite spreads of last year, which was like a black and yellow spread using these Happy Planner little smiley face pack of 5 sticker sheets. So I have some of the supplies I used last time, but we are adding in something different. But first, well, you may already know from the thumbnail. I'm like trying to be all sneaky, but it's not sneaky when you know more about this spread than I do because you saw some from the thumbnail. So I was going to say that I was going to bring in stencils. I'm going to try with stencils. We'll see how it goes. But I also wanted to just bring in some really bright yellow washi. So I did not grab my washi cutting card, and it definitely is not where it's supposed to be. So we may need to use something different. So let's see what I have here in my tools. I have tweezers. Oh, there's the washi card. I found it. Okay. So when I'm starting a new roll of washi, I like to use the card to just kind of do that so that I'm not breaking my nail when I'm doing it. And then, of course, I made a little mistake here. So what I'm trying to see is how I want to play around with this washi and the sticker at the same time. Like, do I layer it over? We could layer it over, but you know what? I have a different idea because we're going to use the washi somewhere else. We can just take this, put it here, and then grab a highlighter and add some color with this box like around it. So because it's black, I can just put the pen or the marker or the highlighter right up against it. And you know what? We're going to actually go all the way around because I have kind of an idea for sort of this like stencil look that I'm going to go for. Okay. But I'm nervous because I do not have a straight hand at all. And that's what I kind of need for this. So we're going to kind of play the game of if Elise can do it, you can do it. And we're just going to, I'm not going to talk because I need to think. I need to concentrate, but I'm going to outline the yellow, but imperfectly. Or should I do it perfectly? Because if I were using a stencil, it would be perfect. Okay, this is the stencil I'm using today. This is the brand new Archer and Olive stencil. I'll link this in the description because you can get a discount with my code Elise10. But this is the stencil, that I'm going to use. Okay, I didn't realize that this had a little notch there. That one, those look like a little cracks maybe. Those aren't intentional. So let's fix that. Oh, another crack. Okay. Well, that's all right. Like I said, I'm doing this imperfectly. I thought maybe a stencil could help me be better, but little cracks happen. I'm not that annoyed about it because I have another ruler I could use. It's not like the stencil itself is cracked, so it's not a big deal. There's worse things in the world. Okay, that looks really cool. I like it. Happy so far. So far. Now we have today is a good day to have a good day. Take time to make your soul happy. Let's start with today is a good day to have a good day. I don't want this to be too black and white because I feel like I did black and white last week a couple of times, but we're going to play around with it. So I think first maybe I should be putting washi down. If you don't mind a video that's all over the place, this video is for you. If an all over the place video is going to stress you out, this video might not be for you. Maybe it won't be all over the place. Maybe I'll surprise myself. We'll see. So we're going to take this washi and put it here and rip up like that. I think this washi is from Temu. I don't really remember. I was trying to get a better slice on it. And then we're just going to layer so you can still see the grid through it, but you can also see the pop of yellow. So let's put this down. Now, because of that, I'm going to want to cover up using my Uniball Signo. It's good and milky today. It's also Friday, and I just feel like, I don't know if anyone else feels this way. My mood can go one of two ways on a Friday. I can just be so darn excited that Friday is here and have a lot of energy as a result of it, or I can just be absolutely drained, can't take another second, and desperate for the day to end. Right now, if you can't tell, I am feeling energized. Hopefully that continues, but we are doing a little lunch break hangout today with this video. Okay, now I'm aware that these yellows are not perfectly the same. I think that it's must be really hard to make this type of yellow washi, because I looked through all my washi and I couldn't find any that's yellow. I've got a couple other ones here. This one's better. Whoops. Well, I lied. Sorry. Okay. Let's lift that because this yellow is better. I mean, this one actually, though, it goes with that. So maybe we'll do a combination. Maybe we'll do both. Okay. Slow down, Elise. Now, these stencils have the perfect circle for a date. So let's take this and go like that. Trying to embrace stencils completely. Although I'm kind of messing myself up here. It's not going to fit. Silly Elise. It's okay. We'll go bigger here. I'm messing myself up because I had talked a bit that I wanted to start to do different kind of videos. And we did a lot of that this month. We did, what did we do? We did stamping. I used cool like washi sticker things from Amazon. What else? There was something else I did. I felt like I did 2 different kind of videos, but maybe not. Anyway, I was like, okay, we'll do a stencil video in February. Well, now we're doing a stencil video in January. So I don't know. Maybe we'll do another stencil in February, but if you have other requests of things you'd like to see, let me know. Now back to the imperfect. This scares me. I wanted to like circle these, but I'm really scared. I have Happy Planner stencils. Those are trackers. These are shapes. I'm just scared because I really can't do things right. We're just gonna do it. Well, that was a horrible circle. This is a full-blown game of if Elise can do it. Maybe you can. And when I say Elise can do it, I don't mean drawing a circle. I just mean kind of going outside the box and trying something a little new, because clearly I can't draw a circle. I also could have outlined these because with the same stencil that would have worked, because the marker or the highlighter is thicker than the pen, but I didn't want to be entirely dependent. Well, that one's the best one. None of them are good, but that's definitely the best. All right, now we definitely need a box because I need boxes in my planning. So what if we take one of these, and how do I want to do this? Do I want to do a black line and a yellow outline with it? I might do that. So I actually have 2 different pens here. So these are my 2 favorite pens right now, and I'm kind of torn between them. This one, they're both 0.5, but this Sarasa R seems to be a bit thicker than the gray pen, which is, I don't know the brand. It's kind of a no brand, but it's an Amazon one. The problem I have with this, I have 2 challenges with it. Number 1, it dries kind of gray. It's not as bold of a black. The second problem is It works in all of my planners except for my Happy Planner journal, which is a bullet dot grid journal. I don't know why, but it skips like crazy in that, and it makes me bananas. So I've been using the Sarasa R because I really like to use the same pen. Like, I don't want to have to pull out a different pen specifically for whatever planner I'm using. So I have been grabbing this, but I do like this. I love the feel. I love the weight of it. I'm just like a little annoyed about the journal that it's not working in. But if that doesn't bother you or you don't use a journal, no big deal. I'm looking for a header stencil. We have Journaling Essentials. These are Happy Planner ones. I haven't used these yet. This is a good header. Which one? Do we do the one with the arrow? I wish it had it on both sides. It's very hard to see. Let's try shapes again, and maybe trackers if not. I mean, I could just do a plain box. This is the one I like, but it's too wide. And I don't trust my ability to do it right. Although maybe. Should we try one? I'm really kind of going out of the comfort zone here. All right, we're going to try one. I'm going to go to kind of there. Oops, hold it down. This is the problem I have with flimsy stencils, because you really have to hold it down or tape it down or something like that when you want, in order for it to not move. So now I learned my lesson and I just have to be mindful about it. Okay, a little sloppy down at the bottom. Will survive. Now, I think I might color this in, but like in kind of a brush stroke type of way. So I'm using my brush pen, my Zebra mild liner brush pen. But that looks so messy though. Probably because I went outside the lines. I'm also getting a little nervous about this being a lunch break video because I don't know that we're gonna have enough time, because I am barely making any progress. And then I'm going to use, of course, my dot markers to do this, but we are going to outline the circles because I'm being completely extra today. So it'll be much faster for me to circle them than it will for me to stencil the circles. So you can kind of see the difference in the boldness between these two pens if you just look at the line versus the circle, even though they're technically supposed to be 0.5, which I guess happens with sizing, right? How many times do you buy jeans from one store and you go to buy the same size from another store and they don't fit? Happens to me. Okay, let me think about my week for a second. So this week I'm dog sitting. Tuesday, I have a Zoom with my patrons. This is a bonus Zoom for my patrons who are going to go wild. I kind of screwed myself here because I can't really do a checklist. I should have moved this sticker over because I don't love doing checklists next to each other. We can do it. We are just doing the thing. I'm sorry, I know it stresses so many of you out when I do this. I just don't want to use undo. I'm not as concerned about the back of this page because it's the monthly and I don't use the monthly in this. Oof, that was a mess. Probably one of my worst rip jobs. Okay, that's better. So anyway, what I was saying was I wanted to come back over here so that I could have these stencils. So let's bring these in. And then I'm going to stick with this one, I think. Remind me not to close this when I need to find the stencil again. I should have left it out. Okay. These are the kinds of videos that tend to get a lot of thumbs downs because I'm not doing it perfectly. But you know what? I really don't mind because I'm having fun with the process and I'm trying something new. So I try not to worry about the thumbs downs the way that I used to. Oh, that's so messy. I used to really take them to heart. And I think that what I've learned is that there's a few different things I've learned. First of all, a lot of times I get thumbs downs on new release videos. And I think that it's just because maybe someone didn't like the product that I was sharing. But other than that, I get thumbs downs on videos where I didn't quite get things perfectly without some issue. And like life just isn't perfect without some issue, especially mine. There's always a problem. It's all figure outable. Life is, most things are not that deep, but there's always going to be an issue when I'm concerned. So I'm now over this washi. We're going to replace it. Anyway, so those don't bother me because it's fine. You know, we're not going to please everyone all the time. And so if you are a creator out there and you are starting to get or you are getting thumbs downs on your video, you know what? It helps engagement. It tells YouTube, even if it's a thumb down, that someone engaged with your video. So it's taken a long time, but I've worked to let it go. All right, we need another box. So back to my Archer and Olive stencil. Now, the thing is, because this stencil is sized for a bullet journal, these are not always going to be the perfect size for like the way that I'm using it in a happy planner, but we're just gonna stick with it anyway. Let's use the highlighter. I also just need to be mindful on timing. I mean, there's no way we've been sitting here an hour, but I should just keep an eye on the clock at some point because I have an important work meeting that I can't miss. All right. Oops. Come on. Well, that didn't look very good. Now I want to bring in, oh, I didn't want to put that there. Wait a second. We're having a problem now. I should have put the checklist over here because what am I going to put over here? Although I was thinking I wanted this sticker here, but we don't really have as much room for it now. We can do it though. It's fine. Okay, but now over here, I need to come up with something else. So we already have a checklist. We already have a box. Let's look at the trackers for a second. These are probably going to be mostly like weekly and monthly. Oh, these have lines too. That's pretty cool. Oh, look at this. Wait a second. I don't like the way these are on here. I wish, oh, that's really cool. It's like a note paper. We have to use it. Oh, that's really neat. Okay. So we need to do a little sticker surgery. I swear I didn't have an extra cup of coffee today. I'm just in a really good mood. And you know what? I'm glad to be in a good mood because this week has been really hard. And it's been a couple of days since I've been in a good mood. Okay. Let's put this down because then we've got like some note paper. That's really cool. So we're going to use, I have to be really careful about this because I got to hold things down. So we're just going to whisper. The angle of this stinks. I wish I had the ability to take these out. I could, I just would need a screwdriver. But these may not stay in this book after this video. Okay, that looks kind of neat. I definitely decapitated part of that exclamation point. Now we have to play around with this. Where's the other part of my pen? Oh, it's here. It's like, should not have, okay. we need to play around with this. I'm just gonna go light. Excuse me. Two sneezes always, excuse me. And I kind of want this to be lined, but I also feel like it's too many lines. I'm also aware as I put that down that that's probably meant to be turned this way, but it wouldn't fit in my planner that way. So there's no rule that says I can't have it this way instead. All right, let's get some washi in here a bit. So we're gonna do, I think, this same thing, but straight that I did over at the top. I really hope I like this at the end. I was so hopeful for this spread. And I hope you like it too. And then let's put this right here. I feel like this yellow still isn't a great match, but it's better than the other one was. All right, it's getting really loud right there, so we gotta breathe a bit. Checklists. I'm gonna go here with the checklist. Stencil, where are you? Under here. So let's put these down. I also realized I didn't circle the bullet points on Tuesday. So we need this other one that I, again, put back where it belonged instead of keeping it open. I think also just pressing lighter with the pen helps to not move the stencil, which is easy to do with like a gel pen because you don't really have to press down. I think that's part of my problem often is that I'm pressing down too hard when I don't need to be. All right, now we're gonna color this in. I forgot I was trying to go a little sloppy with it. Also, this pen seems to be losing some of its ink. It's quite old. And then a white Uniball Signo to fix up anything I screwed up. Because apparently at 36, I can't seem to color in the lines. All right, dot marker. And then circles on these. I think that these imperfect circles I'm making kind of help with the dates and how those look. It kind of ties that together. I knew I would need extra kind of fluff stickers for this spread because this sticker book that I'm using doesn't have a ton of sticker sheets. There's only 5, and I don't know that I'm going to use the rainbows, but I do like these. So let's say we want to do boxes over here. Over here we can do, how about Spread Joy? And I really want to stick with yellow. I don't actually want to bring in another color, although we have that peach a little bit there. Spread Joy, Be Your Own Kind of Happy. We could bring, I feel like those are different than this, but maybe this will help a little bit with the break in color. If I can bring this peach in somewhere else. And then we're gonna do boxes up here. This time I'm going to do one box this way and another box this way. Although actually, let's do it this way. Let's take this one. We need this. I have so many yellow markers out right now. And then this one is gonna go here just to add a little something different. And what I could do, actually, I should have done it over here, but I may still do it now, is to help make them look a little bit different. We're gonna take a thicker pen. Let's grab, I wanna grab a Papermate Flare, and instead of lining the box, we're gonna dot the box. Could also do the dots inside. They don't need to be done outside. Again, No rules for this whatsoever. You do what you feel like, you do what makes you happy. If you hate it, there's always next week. Or you could redo it if you needed to. Oops. I wanted more dots here to make it a little bit more of a defined line without it being a line. I guess it's a dotted line, right? That's what it would be called here. All right, and then this time we can do this line over here. Whoops. I should have gone thicker. Ah, come on. I should have gone thicker with the yellow marker. Not horrible. All right, so I feel like the lighting got weird in here. I needed a break to blow my nose after that sneeze, to be honest with you. I don't know why I just shared that on the internet. Okay. I think we need a checklist over here. Trying to look at this. I know it's really busy, but I think it's gonna look good. And it's all done. We know a checklist is gonna go there. I'd like to bring in another quote up top. So let's look at my quote options. Take time to make your soul happy. There we go. And that brings in some of the peach also. So that's a really good quote for right here. Over here, we need this stencil, which this time I left open to the right stencil page. So moment of celebration for that. You got to celebrate the moments, right? And let's get this in. I'm getting better. I should have done a practice run, although a practice run wouldn't have showed you what's happening, what I learned and where I messed up. We need to mute my computer. Hopefully that worked. That's why I don't tend to practice things on my channel, because I want you to see what I learned. Because if I did something perfectly and you were trying it for the first time, you might wonder where you went wrong or what could have been done differently. So when we do it together for the first time, we learn together. Okay. Now I think we'll do another one of those. Let's do a washi. Let's do some washi down here. And this washi is about to run out, I think. I was a little afraid before I started the video, but I think we'll be fine. We need this one. I do want to bring a habit tracker down on the left side, on the bottom left of the sidebar. So that'll probably be the last thing I do, but I'm not going to leave that completely blank. What was I looking for? I closed this again. Oh my goodness. Maybe what I need is in here though. It's not. Trackers? Is it in here? Yes. This is where it gets difficult. Okay, let's bring this in. What did I do last time? We drew the line and then we lined the inside. That's the only thing I would say is if you're trying something new in your planner, do the same thing on both sides. Don't try something new on one side and not do it on the other. Because that helps, even when things aren't perfect, that helps it look consistent at least. That's a lesson I've learned in thousands of YouTube videos at this point. Okay, that looks cool. We're going to line it lightly. Maybe not lightly, but we are going to line it. Imperfectly, I think is what I mean. Just like get the lines across. One lesson I did learn is keeping your elbow down on the table or the desk or wherever you're planning. Does help make a straighter line. Okay, let's do checklist up here. Stickers. Box, nope. Checklist. Quotes, box, yes. Okay, back to the checklist. Go here. I'm going low because I know that we're going to have that heading box here, or heading stencil. What did I say? Quotes box. So let's do this same thing. We did this one first. Oh wait, we did yellow. And then this side, we went this way. Now, because this is yellow, I did not center that at all. I'm gonna leave it, but something to be mindful of. I'm not worried about it bleeding through because it's yellow. If this were another color, I might be a little bit more concerned, but I'm not concerned. Okay, I wish I did that right. I'm gonna leave it because I don't really have time to fix it. And it doesn't bug me that much. We need to double it, right? I tried doing them closer, but I didn't do a great job. This video is a lot more pen than I'm used to. And then this time we're going to outline this box a little bit. I'll also link the Happy Planner stencils as well. I think I said I would link Archer and Olive. I'll link everything that I used. And then we need some of our motivational smiley faces. So live a happy life, focus on happy. Let's take live a happy life. And then be happy, be bright, be you. And we're gonna put, I was trying to decide if I wanted to swap out. Yeah, we're gonna swap the order of these. We're going to add in bullet points. Let's circle the bullet points. And then we need this ripped line stencil, ripped, kind of looks like washi, to be honest. And the way that I'm doing this, I don't think I described this, was that I went like almost all the way and then just grabbed the end of it. Okay. We're making progress. We're getting there. Now, before I do anything else, I put one box over there on the left side. I want to do another double box. This is really a double box for a classic. So I do have the big ones, but I like to use classic size stickers in a big. I like that. Oh wait, I want to do this differently. Okay. I like having extra room. I don't always want my boxes to be perfectly sized for the big planner. So we're going to put this down. Let me think for a second. If I put this box here, I can do a checklist. We can do boxes here, checklist. Okay, that's it. This is gonna go down here. So I shouldn't have covered that up. Never mind. We're gonna put it here. Whoops. Okay. Then, like what I did with the box on the sidebar, we're gonna outline it. Over here. Okay, now we would do a checklist here. And then one at the bottom of Sunday. Once you know where the checklists are going to go, it tends to be much easier just to do them all at once instead of how separately I've been doing them. And then we'll bring this in. I almost went all the way to the edge of that one. I kind of forgot we needed to go shorter. And then I still need to find a stencil for the bottom left side. Okay, get this in. And then we need a lot of tools today. We need this. Oops, that was really messy. I'm not in that much of a rush. Okay, come on, there we go. And now dot markers. Sorry, I feel like this video is getting very like this step, then this step, then this step. But we're almost at the finish line. So we'll put these in. And even if I don't end up, like I'm looking at this weekend. Okay, so I think Saturday I'm seeing one of my friends during the day. I think Saturday night my niece is sleeping over. So I don't know how many of these to-dos I'll be able to get done. But if I can't really get any of them done, I might not even write in it and I might just cover it up and use the lines as journaling, although now I have this space for journaling. So I'm not entirely sure how it's going to go, but we'll figure something out. All right, I'd like to use that fun one over here again. And maybe we'll bring in some washi with it. So I'm going to lift it higher this time. That's one of the benefits of using a big planner is you get to have a little bit more freedom of where things go versus when boxes or stencils fit your planner perfectly. It gives you a little bit more of that flexibility. And then do we do one more down here? Why not? Let's do one more over here. And this time I'm going to go lower also. Though, wait a second, before I do that, I think, yeah, we're going to go low because then I can bring in that Seek Joy sticker. So like I said, I really think the key here is not pressing too hard so that the pen doesn't move the stencil, especially with a stencil like this one, where it's not only flimsy, but this has really like delicate cutouts. And for someone who tends to move quickly like I do, that can be a problem. All right, now we're going to take this Seek Joy sticker. This is going to hang out right here. We need the back of this. To outline. I think it might be time to pick up a new mild liner. I think I've used this so much that it's just becoming like not great. But I mean, so many uses. Like I've used it so much. Okay. I want to bring washi in right over here. And then we're ready for the sidebar, and then you are free of me. Until the next video. You are released. Not yet. Keep watching. All right, got that down. You know what? I think I kind of killed it. All right, let's look at trackers. Because I wanted to do some habit tracking for this week. Not that one. You know what? This is the right way to do it. Look at these individually. Not that one. I don't know that these really have trackers. Or maybe these aren't made for habit tracking. I mean, these do, but these are so tiny that they're better for a bullet journal than a big happy planner. That's not going to make any sense. So we are going to make our own. And I'll show you how. I just have to choose a sticker. Not a sticker, a stencil. You know what? We're going to use this one. I want to cover up the note. We're going to use this stencil right here. I'm going to kind of put it right over that so that it will get covered once I write in it. I love how firm and sturdy this is. It's really nice. what if I take Essentials? No, I was gonna I was gonna stencil the word habits, but I don't need to stencil that. That's a little excessive. And then we're gonna do a line. This is what I didn't want. I didn't want this to be double bullets, but it's just gonna be that way. We're going to do another line over here. One more. And I lied, another one. And then we're gonna take my dot marker and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And now I can write down the stencils. The habits. I could have put them a little bit closer or made the line a little bit longer. That would have been fine, but I think it's good enough. Okay, we did it. I really like it. It's not perfect. This is crooked. Things are a little all over the place. It's a little bit loud, but it's bright. I needed some planner vitamin D is what we're going to call it, because I'm just feeling it and it's kind of that time of year. So I hope you enjoyed. If you're still here, thanks for hanging out with me. Again, I'll link everything that I used in the description of the video. And when you shop and use my affiliate link, it really does, it does help because I earn a commission. So thanks again. That's a wrap, and I'll see you next time.